It's late evening in New York, and the clock has just slipped past 7. In Tucson, the sun is already gone, and the desert is cooling under searchlights and quiet determination. 10 days have passed since Nancy disappeared. There has been no new message, no confirmed update, only volunteers combing the foothills and investigators following every lead. In the middle of that uncertainty stands Savannah Guthrie, still publicly silent. No new video, no emotional interview, no social media plea. For many watching, the silence feels heavy, but today someone else gently stepped into that quiet space. Anderson Cooper spoke privately in a small video call, not to create headlines, but to offer perspective. What he shared wasn't sensational, it was human, and it may help explain why Savannah appears so composed while living through something unimaginably painful. A private conversation, not a broadcast. Anderson didn't speak on television or post online. He chose a small, trusted group, friends and fellow journalists who have known both him and Savannah for years. The tone wasn't dramatic, it was reflective. He began by acknowledging how long he has known her, how many stages they've shared, how many breaking news moments they've navigated side by side. But this, he said, is different. He described Savannah not as distant or cold, but as deeply disciplined. It's always been about Nancy, he explained, not in a blaming way, not in a critical way, but as an observation about a bond that shaped everything. He wasn't exposing family secrets. He was describing a dynamic familiar to many children raised by strong, resilient parents, love expressed through strength, expectations delivered as protection, growing up with strength as the standard. After losing her husband, Nancy raised her children with resolve. Life did not give her room for fragility, and she passed that survival instinct on to her daughter. According to Anderson, Savannah learned early that composure mattered, not because emotion was wrong, but because control meant safety. In difficult moments, the lesson was simple: handle it. Don't collapse, don't panic publicly, move forward. That mindset served Savannah well in her career on Today, where calm clarity is essential. But in personal crisis, that same discipline can look like distance. Anderson's point was not that she lacks feeling, it was that she was trained to organize it, to structure it, to place it behind purpose. For Savannah, strength isn't performance, it's instinct, the structure of her words. Anderson reflected on Savannah's public statements since the disappearance. He noticed the order of her words: the gratitude first, the steady description of her mother, the careful acknowledgement of the situation, and finally the plea. It was measured, deliberate. To some, it may have seemed unusually controlled for a daughter in fear, but Anderson suggested it reflects how she was raised. Speak when you are ready, not when you are overwhelmed. Respond, don't react. In journalism, that discipline is admired. In personal anguish, it can be misunderstood. He emphasized that composure does not equal calm inside. It simply means she is choosing structure over chaos. For someone raised to believe that steadiness protects everyone, that choice feels not optional, but necessary. The meaning behind "we will pay." When Savannah said, "we will pay," she delivered the words firmly, without visible tremor. Anderson noted how unusual that tone might seem compared to other families in similar situations. Many plead through tears, many beg. Savannah spoke with clarity. Anderson believes that tone wasn't hardness. It was commitment. It was a daughter trying to project certainty into uncertainty. For someone taught that breaking solves nothing, composure becomes a shield. It sends a message. We are steady, we are serious, we are ready. It is not a denial of fear. It is an attempt to manage it. Anderson made clear that he has seen grief up close in his own life. Strength, he reminded the group, often hides trembling hands. The cost of always holding steady. Still, strength carries a cost. Anderson gently acknowledged that living by constant discipline can be exhausting. When you believe that love is intertwined with resilience, you may hesitate to show weakness, even to those who would understand. He did not claim to know Savannah's private emotions. Instead, he offered compassion for the possibility that she feels pressure to remain strong, not only for the public, but for the image of her mother watching somewhere. That idea isn't mystical, it's psychological. Many adult children, even in crisis, wonder if they are living up to the lessons they were taught. For Savannah, those lessons emphasized fortitude, so she remains upright, even as the ground beneath her feels uncertain. A softer approach with her own children. Interestingly, Anderson spoke about watching Savannah with her own children. He described her as warm, patient, and open with them. She allows them to express frustration, to cry, to feel fully. That softness, he suggested, may reflect growth rather than rebellion. Every generation adapts what it inherits. Nancy raised a strong daughter in a difficult season. Savannah, shaped by that strength, now offers her children emotional freedom alongside resilience. There is no contradiction in that. It is evolution. But during this crisis, those two philosophies, discipline and tenderness, collide. She must be strong publicly while privately longing for reassurance. That tension is human, not dramatic. It is the quiet complexity of family bonds stretching across decades, waiting with intention. Another point Anderson emphasized was Savannah's timing. She did not speak immediately, she waited. To some, that pause felt unusual, but to someone raised to think before acting, waiting is not avoidance, it is intention. Investigations require precision. Words can influence outcomes. Speaking carefully is not emotional suppression, it is strategy. Anderson framed her silence as loyalty to process. In moments of chaos, she chooses order. That choice may frustrate viewers craving updates, but it aligns with who she has always been. He encouraged patience, not only with investigators, but with her. Silence can mean thoughtfulness, not detachment. In uncertain times, measured steps often carry more weight than rapid ones. Love without conditions. Toward the end of the call, Anderson's tone softened further. He expressed hope, not just for Nancy's safe return, but for a future conversation between mother and daughter. Not about discipline or performance, but about unconditional reassurance. He wasn't suggesting that Nancy withheld love. Rather, he reflected on how some families express love through expectation and guidance. There's nothing inherently wrong in that. Yet children sometimes internalize those expectations as tests. In crisis, they strive to pass them. Anderson's quiet wish was simple, that when this ordeal ends, Savannah hears clearly that she never needed to prove anything to deserve love. Strength can be admired, vulnerability can be embraced. Both can coexist. Holding space for compassion. As night settles over the desert and search teams continue their work, what remains most important is hope and empathy. Speculation does not help. Assumptions do not ease pain. What we see publicly is only a fraction of what any family experiences privately. Savannah Guthrie is not just a journalist on a morning show. She is a daughter waiting for news. Anderson Cooper did not speak to create narrative drama. He spoke to remind people that composure is not the absence of heartbreak. It is sometimes the way heartbreak survives. Whatever tomorrow brings, the focus remains the same. Bring Nancy home safely. And when that reunion comes, may it include not just relief, but rest. The kind of rest that comes from knowing love was always there, steady and unconditional, even beneath the armor of strength.